Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Wolfy here bringing you another Minecraft Cold War vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the M47 Patton. The M47 Patton was an American main battle tank. The development of the M46 Patton mounted an updated turret and was in turn further developed as the M48 Patton. It was the second American tank to be named after General George S. Patton, commander of the U.S. Third Army during World War II and one of the earliest American advocates of tanks in battle. The M47 was the U.S. Army and Marine Corps' primarily tank intended to replace the M26 Pershing and M46 Patton medium tanks. The M47 was widely used by U.S. Cold War allies, both the CITO and NATO countries, and was the only Patton series tank that never saw combat while in U.S. service. Although similar in appearance to the later M48s and M60s, these were completely new tank designs. Many different M47 Patton models remain in service internationally. The M47 was the last U.S. tank to have a bow-mounted machine gun in the hull. So, yeah, really interesting vehicle overall. Again, kind of the development chain of the M40s, or the basically the Patton series of tanks, the middle tank. One fun fact, I guess this version of the Patton never saw combat, which is really interesting, considering that they built 8,576 of these and not one of these saw combat. So kind of a crazy statistic there. There's so many tanks built, but not one of them seeing combat. So kind of interesting there. So yeah, really interesting tank design. Kind of a fun little build. A lot of you guys have been asking for a Patton for a long time. So hopefully get kickstarted on some Pattons with the M47. Anyways, going to go ahead and jumping into the overview of the tank. We have the main gun here, which is a 90mm M38 gun. Continuing on to the basically the hull and all that, we have the bow-mounted machine gun, and this was the last U.S. tank ever to have a machine gun mounted in this space right here. So kind of interesting history about this tank as well. We then have the turret itself, which again, pretty large sized turret up here. We got a 50 cal mount on top, all the various little hatches and different optics and stuff like that for the crew. And then, of course, the radio antennas, some jerry cans on the back there for extra fuel. We have all the vents on top here. The M47 Patton has a ton of vents on top, kind of, going with the Patton series of tanks, that crazy amount of vents. We've got the mufflers and some storage boxes and stuff on both sides of the tank and all that. And here's the back of it, pretty standard there. And the track design as well. So pretty cool stuff overall. Overall, this tank looks really awesome. Came out really good, and I think you guys will definitely enjoy it, as this will be a good tank to put into any kind of, Korean War, Vietnam, and it's even still in service with some other countries. So pretty crazy stuff. Definitely a very versatile tank that can appear in a lot of scenarios. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this overview. Let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers 0 and 1. Alright guys, going ahead and begin with our first layer. We'll be going ahead and beginning with layers 0 through 1. For these layers, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a row of what is going to be 2 nether brick upside down stairs like this across. We then want to place down a row of 2 green terracotta directly behind those blocks. We then want to grab ourselves some nether brick blocks. We're going to place down 2 nether brick blocks in the ground like so, followed by 2 green terracotta blocks up on the top here. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood stairs. We're going to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs back to back like that. We're then going to place down 2 green terracotta blocks. And again, 2 rows of 2 of dark oak wood stairs back to back. A row of 2 of green terracotta. And then for this section right here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence gate. Have it opened up toward the outside like that. And we want to go ahead and then place down a dark oak wood slab here on the ends. Now underneath that fence gate, we're going to grab ourselves another brick block and place down another brick block underneath it like so. After that slab and fence gate, we're going to place down 2 nether brick slabs and 2 nether brick top slabs like that to go ahead and finish that off there. Once that's done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some dark oak wood top slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3 across here, and we then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence gate that's coming off these slabs here to both sides just like that. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go to the front here. Go off these nether brick stairs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs across. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then fill in the space with dark oak wood top slabs to go ahead and create the base here of the tank. So just like this, and here's what we have from up above. We're going to go ahead and repeat the same process again one more time. So nether brick stairs, green terracotta blocks, nether brick blocks in the ground like this, 2 green terracotta blocks, 2 dark oak wood stairs. Again, same thing. I'm going to go through this a little bit fast as I've already kind of covered what to kind of expect. So we're going to go and do this. Nether brick slab, dark oak wood fence gate out to the side there, and we then want to go ahead and place down a nether brick block in the ground here, 2 nether brick slabs across, and then 2 nether brick top slabs like that to go and finish that off. And that right there is our basis set up. We're going to go and then grab ourselves some stone buttons, and on the green terracotta block sides, we're going to place down stone buttons. We're then going to place down item frames on the side of those blocks as well, and then in the item frames, we're going to place down green terracotta blocks. And that right there will complete a little bit more detail for our wheels, and we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. So just like this. And you have your road wheels all set up and established. And that right there is going to complete layer number 1 for the build. Or sorry, layers 0, 1. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, be going ahead and moving into layer number 2. For layer number 2, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down 2 green terracotta blocks on top of these 2 nether brick upside down stairs. Coming off of these green terracotta blocks, we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs like this, going toward the front here. In the space in between, we're going to go ahead and take green terracotta and place down 1, 2, and 3 blocks in between those blocks just to kind of close that space off. And we then want to place down a dark oak wood corner stair like that to the side there. Coming off that corner stair, we're going to go ahead and place down a end rod like this, and then we want to take our dark oak wood slabs, place down 2 over, and then an item frame just like that with a snowball in it like so. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go ahead and then place down a stone button on the side here, item frame, and a green concrete block. Same thing over here as well. Once that's all done, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of green terracotta blocks across, followed by a nether brick top slab here on both sides. With that done, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab here again on both sides like this, and we then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall on both sides here in a row of 3 of green terracotta across. After that, we're going to place down another row of 5 of green terracotta, nether brick top slab on both sides. Again, another brick top slab on both sides, row of 5 of green terracotta across the middle here. We're going to go ahead and place down another brick top slab again, both sides, row of 3 of green terracotta across in between. And we then want to go ahead and place down a mossy cobblestone wall here on both sides like this. Another brick top slab on both sides, in a row of 3 of green terracotta across the middle space like that. Another row of 5 of green terracotta across, another brick top slab to both sides. Mossy cobblestone wall to both sides, row of 3 green terracotta across, another brick top slab, both sides like that. We then want to go ahead and take our green terracotta, place down a row of 5 across, another brick top slab on both sides. And when we get to this point right here, we are going to go ahead and place down a nether brick top slab again on both sides, and a row of 3 of green terracotta across as well. Also on the sides here, we're going to go ahead and place down an item frame on this dark oak wood slab here, and we're going to place down a green terracotta block in it, and same thing over here on this side as well. We also want to go ahead and go to this nether brick slab. We're going to place down an item frame on the side here, followed by a green terracotta block. We then want to go ahead and go to this space here, so we're going to skip 2 nether brick slabs over, place down an item frame and a green terracotta block in it, and again skip 2 spaces back and place down an item frame with a green terracotta block in it like that for the track wheels like that. Once that's done, on the back here, we're going to place down a row of 5 all the way across here, or sorry, row of 7 all the way across, followed by a stone button on both ends with an item frame. Same thing over here, stone button with an item frame, and in the item frame itself, we're going to be placing down a cobweb. Same thing over here. With that all done, we're going to take nether brick stairs, place down 2 nether brick stairs here on both sides, a green terracotta block in the middle here, and a dark oak wood upside down stair to both sides just like that. We then want to place down a dark oak wood sign on the side of these stairs, and then a stone button on that green terracotta block like that to go and finish that off. With that all done, that is going to wrap up our layer 2, and basically that for that layer. With that, let's go and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down green carpets on top of these nether brick stairs like this. After that, we want to go ahead and then take our dark oak wood trapdoors, place down 1 and 2, 1 and 2 like that on both sides, and then on the middle green terracotta block, we're going to place down a stone button. With that done, we're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak wood slabs across the middle space just like that. And we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves daylight sensors and place down a daylight sensor to both sides like this with a green carpet like that coming off the side of those daylight sensors. With that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a green carpet right there, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall to both ends like that. And we then want to place down a dark oak wood slab coming off the mossy cobblestone wall, again, both sides like that, and then a spruce wood slab out to the sides there. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then just place down a spruce wood sign on the side of that spruce wood plank, or spruce wood slab. With that done, we're going to place down another row of 3 of green terracotta across the middle here, followed by a dark oak wood slab to both sides, and a spruce wood slab as well. And we then want to place down a spruce wood sign there on both sides, just like that. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak wood slab on both sides there, and a spruce wood slab, again, on both sides, just like that. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a tripwire hook on both sides like this, followed by a second tripwire hook back from this, and again, a tripwire hook on both sides, just like that. Once that's all finished there, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across the middle here, followed by a dark oak wood slab to both sides like that. We then want to place down another spruce wood plank, spruce wood sign on the side here, and same thing over here. After that, we're going to place down another brick stair on top of this mossy cobblestone wall, and same thing over here, another brick stair on top of that mossy cobblestone wall. And we then want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of narrow brick blocks across in between those stairs. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down an additional 2 spruce wood planks back on both sides here, and we want to go ahead and then run tripwire hooks along the sides there. Once that's done, we are going to go ahead and then place down 2 narrow brick stairs, just like this, going back, and same thing over here. And we're going to fill the space in the middle here with 2 rows of 3, just like that. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a spruce wood plank here in the middle. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of green terracotta blocks here to both sides, just like that. In the middle space here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of narrow brick blocks and a narrow brick stair to both sides, just like that. And then we want to go ahead and then place down a green shulker box like this coming off the narrow brick stair. Coming off the shulker box, we're going to place down a second shulker box going back. In the middle space here, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair on both sides, and we then want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of narrow brick blocks across in between those dark oak wood stairs. With that all finished there, we're going to take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 3 across of green terracotta, and we then want to place down a dark oak wood fence gate to both sides of that row of 3. Coming off the back here, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of ladders across like this. We're going to follow that up by placing down an item frame on those 2 dark oak wood fence gates. And in the item frame itself, we're going to go ahead and place down a red stained glass block. And also a dark oak wood sign on the fence gate as well to cover up the item frame a little bit better. We then also want to place down an item frame on those 2 shulker boxes and a black concrete block in the item frame like that, followed by a green carpet on top of those narrow brick stairs. With that all finished off the back there, that is going to wrap up what we have to do here for layer number 3. And with that all finished, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 4. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer number 4, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a birchwood plank, and we're going to place down a birchwood plank on top of this middle dark oak wood slab, just like that. Coming off that, toward the front, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 dark oak wood top slabs going forward, followed by a dark oak wood sign here on both sides. We also want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood sign here on both sides of this top slab, just like that as well. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a sandstone wall here on both sides of this birchwood plank. And we want to go ahead and then place down a row 3 of green terracotta across, just like this, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall on both ends like that. Once that's done, we're going to place down a row of 5 of green terracotta across here, followed by a snow block on both ends, and a row 3 of green terracotta across the middle there like that. We're going to go ahead and then place down a second row of 5 going across here of green terracotta. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair like so, and a stair behind it, so it turns into a corner stair, and another stair like this. So we have 2 corner stairs and a regular stair like that in the middle. And then to the side here, we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head just like that to both sides. We then want to take our top slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3 of top slabs across of dark oak wood, and another row of 3 like that going all the way across. And then just one more row of 3, or just one more top slab coming off the very back there. When that's all finished, we're going to go ahead and take some stone buttons. We're going to place down 1 and 2 stone buttons on these green terracotta blocks, and make sure the stone buttons are facing this direction and not that way. We're going to go ahead and then go to the sides here, place down a redstone comparator on these 2 green terracotta blocks, and same thing over here. With that finished, we're going to go ahead and place down a redstone comparator on top of this nether brick block right here. And then we want to go ahead and take some stone pressure plates, and we're going to go ahead and put stone pressure plates all around on top of these nether brick blocks and green terracotta blocks here on the very back there, just like that. Once that's all finished there, that is going to wrap up the back, and on the sides here we're going to place down 2 stone pressure plates on top of the 2 spruce wood planks that have the tripwire hooks on the side there. And once that's all complete, that is going to wrap up what we have to do for layer number 4. With that, let's go ahead and move into layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to begin with, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of this dark oak wood top slab on the front there, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green carpets back, and then a dark oak wood slab right there after it. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a birchwood stair, followed by a birchwood slab to both sides of this birchwood stair, like so. We then want to place down a green terracotta block there in the middle, followed by a dark oak wood stair to both sides. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak wood stair, again on both sides of those green terracotta blocks. And we're also going to place down a zombie head coming off the face here of this stair here from the previous row. Once that's done, along the sides here, we're going to go ahead and go over to the right side, and we're going to place down a spruce wood plank. And over here to the left or the right side, we're going to place down row 3 of green terracotta across, and then a dark oak wood stair on the side here. After that's finished, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair on both sides like this. This one over here on the right side is going to be a corner stair. And then we want to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across to close that space off. Once that's done, we're going to place down a second row of 3 of green terracotta across, followed by a dark oak wood fence gate opened up toward the green terracotta blocks on both sides. We're also going to go ahead and go to this corner stair and stair here. We're going to place down 2 dark oak wood fence gates coming off of it, and also a fence gate coming off this stair here that's going to be opened up toward the stair. And this stair right here, we're actually going to swap out for a dark oak wood corner stair. Over here on the other side, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood fence gate opened up, connected up to this stair, and then 2 dark oak wood fence gates back after that. Once that's done, going ahead and fill in the space in, we're going to place down a green terracotta block here in the middle, dark oak wood stair to both sides here like so. And then come off these dark oak wood stairs, we're going to place down another set of stairs like this on both sides, and then a stair in the middle. So we have corner stair, regular stair, corner stair like that. Across this back section here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block here in the middle, followed by a stone button coming off the side of it. We then want to grab ourselves a green shulker box, and on top of, or basically to both sides of this green terracotta block, we're going to place down a green shulker box like this. And we also want to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood signs, and we're going to go ahead and place down 2 dark oak wood signs wrapping around the 2 sides of the shulker box, like that. With that all finished, that is going to wrap up layer number 5. With that, we're going to move into our final layers here, which are going to be layers 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to put the radio antennas, the 50 cal, and all the top turret details on and finish this build off. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our last final layers, we have layers 6 through 10. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go ahead and place down a zombie head on this green terracotta block over here to the left side of the turret. We then want to place down a dark oak wood stair facing this direction, and coming off the face of the stair, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a item frame and also a black bed. We're going to place down a item frame on the front of the stair, followed by a black bed, and we're going to turn it to an angle or to the side, just like that. Once that's done, on both sides of the stair here, we're going to place down a zombie head. So just like this, and we're actually going to go ahead and try to turn it to about a 45-degree angle. And same thing over here, and I just broke that, so let me go ahead and fix this real quick. There we go. And then behind the stair, we're going to place down a spruce wood slab, and then a zombie head here to both sides of that spruce wood slab on top of those blocks below it. Then we want to go ahead and just grab ourselves a redstone repeater, and we're going to place down a redstone repeater on the green terracotta block directly behind it. And then just a dark oak wood slab on top of this green terracotta block, and 2 zombie heads, one on each of these shulker boxes right here on the back. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and go over to the hatch over here. We're going to place down a redstone repeater with the notches flicked all the way out like that, right there, like so. And then we want to go ahead and place down a stone bun on top of the spruce wood plank, and then a zombie head on top of the stair facing forward like that. With that done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence post. We're going to place down a fence post on this corner stair here, and also on this green terracotta block right here, and also a fence post right here toward the front of the turret. Now on the 2 fence posts toward the rear, we're going to go ahead and grab our iron bars, and we're going to build up 4 iron bars. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go ahead and go over this thing, this dark oak wood fence post here, and do the same thing. Again, 4 up. After that's done there, we want to go ahead and build our machine gun and build our 50 cal design here. So if you've watched any of my tutorials before with tanks, you probably have seen this design used several times on those tanks. But overall, a pretty straightforward design. To begin with, we're going to place down a narrow brick upside down stair on top of this fence post, and then going back from it, we're going to place down an anvil. Coming off the anvil itself, we're going to place down a dark oak fence gate, have it opened up toward the anvil, like so. And on the side of the stair to the right, we're going to place down an item frame with a black bed in the item frame, and we're going to turn it to the side like this. We then want to place down a dark oak wood sign there on the side of the stair, just like that. After that, we're going to place down 1 and 2 end rods going forward, and we then want to place down a dark oak wood top slab coming off the side there of that stair. Once that's done, we're going to place down a powered rail on top of that top slab, and then a redstone repeater with the notches flicked all the way back like that for the top sights there of the gun. And once you have that done, that completes the 50 cal on top, and that completes layers 6 and 10, and with that, we have completed the design for the M47 Patton main battle tank. Hope you guys do enjoy this design and are able to put it to good use. If you guys do end up using this design, do I say you guys give me proper credit for it. If this has been thinking from the side build, to link to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, that's all I ask for when doing these projects. It helps me keep inspired to keep on posting these videos, and helps out in growing the channel more when people see the build. So other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Jerick 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.